way I was introduced into the industry was I started out in a group. The group was called Hearsay.
I've had a great amount of those moments, whether it's like I have a vision for a song, or sometimes you got to buck the system and be like, this is what I like, this is what I believe in, and I believe it's going to work. So I've had moments like that, like my song Promise, I was told it was the worst R&B record.
The shocking rise, downfall, and comeback of Ciara begins with a teenage girl dancing in front of her mirror, dreaming of the spotlight, and ends with a woman reclaiming her legacy on her own terms.
And we bucked the system, leaked the song, and the song was a part of my number one album, Evolution, at that time. And the week I came out was like, it was a heavyweight week with a lot of other artists, and we cut through the noise.
Along the way, there were quiet erasures. A remix with R. Kelly pulled from streaming. A duet with him left off her anniversary album.
It's been a long time coming with this project. So I like to say it's a labor of love because I put a lot of time into it.
And an industry that didn't always know what to do with a black woman who could outdance everyone in the room. This is the story of heartbreak, betrayal, silence, and strength, and how Ciara turned survival into power.
Plays you like a toy. Sometimes I wish I could act like a boy.
Ciara has often shared in interviews how she grew up listening to R&B music and was inspired by the sound of the genre. During the early 2000s, R&B was shaped by many artists, and R. Kelly was one of the biggest names at the time.
Cause it's about to go down tonight. I'ma be drinking till the early days.
Even though Ciara never directly said that R. Kelly influenced her, his music had a strong presence in the industry. The style, melodies, and themes he used in his songs were everywhere, and they shaped the R&B sound during that period. When Ciara came into the music scene, she naturally picked up some of those trends because that was the sound dominating radio and clubs. His influence on the genre itself likely touched her music, even without her working closely with him in the beginning. In 2006, Ciara released her song Promise, which became one of her biggest hits. The track showed a softer, more emotional side of her music, mixing slow grooves with her signature smooth vocals. The song was first sold on vinyl on October 31st, 2006, and later came out digitally in November of the same year. By early 2007, Promise was everywhere, playing on radio stations and becoming a fan favorite. Around this time, an official remix was made featuring R. Kelly, called the Go and Get Your Tickets mix. It debuted on radio in January 2007 and was released digitally in February. Back then, a remix with R. Kelly was seen as a big deal because he was still one of the most powerful names in R&B, and his collaborations often boosted a song's popularity. Things changed years later when serious allegations came out against R. Kelly. The Lifetime documentary Surviving R. Kelly in 2019 brought forward disturbing accusations of sexual abuse and misconduct that had been whispered about for years.
Robert would film our sex acts sometimes. He would never ask me if it was okay to be filmed, but he never hit the camera or anything like that.
The music industry started to separate itself from him, and many artists who had worked with him in the past began removing songs or performances tied to his name. Ciara was one of them. After the documentary aired, she quietly removed the Go and Get Your Tickets remix of Promise from all streaming platforms. This move showed that she no longer wanted her work connected to him, especially after the public learned more about the accusations and court cases he was facing. In November 2024, Ciara celebrated the 20th anniversary of her debut album, Goodies. Fans were excited to hear updated versions of her classic songs, but they noticed something important missing. The song Next to You, which was a duet with R. Kelly, was left out of the anniversary edition. Leaving that track off was not an accident. It was another clear sign that Ciara wanted to distance herself from him completely. By removing the remix and excluding their collaboration from her big anniversary project, she showed that she supported the decision to cut ties with artists accused of such serious crimes. Ciara's choices reflect how much the music industry has changed. In the past, R. Kelly's influence was everywhere, shaping the sound of R&B and boosting the careers of many artists, including through remixes like Promise. But as more stories came out, artists like Ciara took a stand, choosing to protect their own legacy and show respect to survivors by separating from him. Her actions not only marked a shift in her career, but also spoke to a larger movement in music, where accountability and values now matter just as much as hit songs.
Who's her uncle, told me to go up to Detroit and hear her sing. Once I got up to Detroit, I didn't have to hear her sing because she was glowing. I knew she had it.
Ciara has always spoken about how much Aaliyah influenced her music and career. She has said many times that Aaliyah's style, dance moves, and voice had a big impact on her when she was growing up. Aaliyah's music had a smooth mix of R&B and hip-hop soul that felt real and natural. Ciara admired how Aaliyah stayed true to herself and never tried to be something she was not. For Ciara, Aaliyah's music was not just songs, it was a reflection of who she was as a person. Ciara has often shared that Aaliyah's confidence and cool, laid-back energy helped shape her own sound and stage presence. When Ciara dances or performs, you can see a little bit of that Aaliyah influence, especially in the way she combines soft movements with strong beats. In interviews, Ciara has explained why Aaliyah's music touched her so much. She said Aaliyah's songs were very urban and soulful, but they still reached everyone. To Ciara, that showed that true art connects people no matter their background. She loved that Aaliyah did not try to be overly flashy or chase trends. Instead, Aaliyah kept her music grounded in her roots and let her natural style shine. Ciara respects that because it taught her that staying authentic can still make you a big star. She once said the coolest thing about Aaliyah's music was that it never felt forced. It was just honest and smooth, which made it powerful. Because of this deep respect, Ciara's feelings about R. Kelly are easy to understand. R. Kelly worked with Aaliyah when she was young, and over time, details about his relationship with her became public. When you look at those stories now, especially after R. Kelly was sentenced for abusing young girls and other crimes, it is normal that Ciara might feel anger and hurt. She admires Aaliyah so much that knowing someone took advantage of her at such a young age can feel very personal. Even though Ciara has worked with R. Kelly before in the music industry, it does not erase the fact that what he did goes against everything she believes in.
As soon as she started singing, that verified it. And from there, we became here, and everything is all good.
Seeing Aaliyah as an innocent young woman who inspired her makes the whole situation even more emotional. Ciara has also built her career around empowering women. One of her biggest songs, Like a Boy, was written to show the unfair double standards between men and women.
Plays you like a toy. Sometimes I wish I could act like a boy.
In that song, Ciara imagines what it would be like if women acted with the same freedom men often have in relationships. She called it a female empowerment record because it was based on real conversations she had with women about wanting equal respect. This is why her values completely clash with what R. Kelly has been accused of. His crimes are about taking power away from young women, while Ciara has always used her platform to give power back to women. That makes her possible resentment toward him even more believable. Ciara Princess Harris was born in Austin, Texas, but she grew up in Atlanta, Georgia, where the music scene was alive and full of energy. Atlanta was known for producing big hip-hop and R&B stars, and Ciara found herself inspired by the sounds around her.
The way I was introduced into the industry was I started out in a group. The group was called Hearsay.
From a young age, she loved to sing and dance, often performing in front of mirrors and dreaming of becoming famous. At just 18 years old, her dream came true when she released her first album, Goodies, in 2004. The title track, Goodies, featuring rapper Petey Pablo, became a massive hit. The song went straight to #1 on the charts and stayed there for weeks. People loved its catchy beat and fun lyrics, and it quickly became a club favorite. Ciara's smooth voice and high-energy dance moves made her stand out. Many compared her style to legends like Aaliyah and Janet Jackson because she brought something fresh and exciting to the R&B world. The album sold millions of copies and went multi-platinum, making Ciara one of the biggest new stars in music. Other songs on the album like One Two Step and Oh also became huge hits, proving that Ciara was not just a one-hit wonder, but a true talent who had arrived to stay. After the success of Goodies, Ciara faced the challenge of showing the world she was more than just a newcomer. In 2006, she released her second album, The Evolution, and it showed a different side of her. This album was not just about fun dance tracks, but also about growth and maturity. It went straight to #1 on the Billboard 200 chart, which was a big achievement. Songs like Promise showed a softer, emotional side of Ciara, where she sang about love and trust. Her stage performances also became more polished and professional. Fans and critics noticed how much she had grown as an artist. She was no longer just the young girl with a catchy song. She was becoming one of the leading women in R&B with confidence and a strong voice. By 2008, Ciara wanted to show she could do more than R&B. She started experimenting with pop and dance music to reach a bigger audience. This period led to some exciting collaborations with major artists. One of the most talked about songs was Love, Sex, Magic with Justin Timberlake. The track was playful, sexy, and had a fun beat that worked well on radio and in clubs. She also teamed up with her longtime friend and mentor, Missy Elliott, on the song Work, which reminded fans of the energy they loved from Ciara's early career. This was also the time when Ciara dipped her toes into acting and fashion. She appeared in movies and began to make a name for herself as a style icon. While she was exploring new sounds and opportunities, some critics felt that her music direction wasn't as clear as before. They wondered if she was losing the unique style that made her stand out at the beginning. Still, this phase showed Ciara's courage to try new things and adapt to the ever-changing music world. However, every artist faces challenges, and for Ciara, they came around 2010 with her fourth album, Basic Instinct. Even though the album had strong production and good songs like Ride, it did not perform as well as her earlier work. It debuted much lower on the charts, and many believed it was because of poor promotion. The music industry was also changing fast at that time, with new artists and different sounds taking over the charts. Through heartbreak, public judgment, and personal challenges, Ciara found strength and love again. Ciara's single Level Up was more than just a song.
Okay, remember what I told you. Be your own boss. Love yourself. Get up.
It became a movement that people everywhere could feel. When the track dropped, its fast beat and powerful lyrics hit social media like a wave. The message was simple but strong. Keep moving forward, don't give up, and always push yourself to be better. People connected to that message because everyone faces hard times, and the song made them feel like they could rise above it. Soon after, a dance challenge started online. Fans and dancers across the world joined in, posting their own versions of the level up moves. The challenge went viral, turning the song into a cultural moment that everyone was talking about. This energy helped bring Ciara back into the spotlight and introduced her to a whole new generation of fans who had never experienced her music before. The story behind Level Up makes it even more special. The music video was actually filmed in 2017, but at the time, it was never released. Ciara had been going through changes in her career and ended her contract with Warner Bros. Records, leaving the song sitting on the shelf. But Ciara didn't let that stop her. When the video finally came out on July 18th, 2018, it felt like perfect timing.
Level up, level up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Level up, level up.
The visuals were powerful, showing Ciara alongside the all-female Request dance crew from New Zealand. The video was directed and choreographed by Paris Goebel, who is known worldwide for her creative dance work. They filmed it in the Auckland War Memorial Museum, which gave the performance a bold and dramatic look. The opening words of the video, "Be your own boss, love yourself, get up and dance, level up," perfectly match the spirit of the song. In the video, Ciara wears a black leotard with "Level Up" written on it, dancing with confidence and energy. The Request crew, dressed in bright red workout outfits and headphones, moved with her in perfect sync. The mix of strong choreography, powerful words, and exciting music made the video stand out instantly. People could feel the passion and hard work behind every move. Within just 24 hours of being released, the video hit the #1 trending spot on YouTube, proving that Ciara had created something truly special. Critics loved it too. Spin magazine called the performance electric and mesmerizing, praising how effortless it looked even though the dance was full of complex moves.
Level up, level up, level up, level up, level up, level up, level up.
After the success of Level Up, Ciara performed the song on big stages like the American Music Awards in 2018 and the Ellen DeGeneres Show. She even performed it while opening for Bruno Mars on his 24K Magic World Tour, bringing the energy of the track to live audiences all over the world. The success of the single gave Ciara a fresh start in her career and reminded everyone why she was always seen as a trendsetter in dance and urban music. Ciara kept building on that moment with her album Beauty Marks. This project focused on self-love and confidence, showing how much she had grown as an artist and as a woman. Songs like Thinkin' 'Bout You
I've been thinking about you.
and Rooted highlighted her strength and personal journey.
ATL bread, I'm rooted. Rooted, nappy head rooted. All my songs come with.
Outside of music, Ciara also became a businesswoman with her own fashion line and dedicated herself to helping others through work in education and women's health. Level Up wasn't just a comeback song, it became a symbol of her resilience and her ability to rise higher no matter what challenges she faced.
Singer Ciara reportedly said yes to her rapper/producer boyfriend Future over the weekend after he proposed to her with this diamond stunner. The celeb couple has been dating less than a year, but Future made it known early on that he was ready to settle down with a sweetheart.
So is this it? Like, are you gonna be like married and children? Like, is this it?
Hey, is it? This it.
In 2012 and 2013, Ciara went through a very difficult time in her life. She was in a relationship with rapper Future, and the two even had a son together named Future Zahir. But things between them did not work out, and the breakup became very public.
In response to Future's latest comments, Ciara tweeted, "Some person is so dishonest and ignorant that they don't deserve a response. Furthermore, one's main focus should be on being a good parent." Ciara and Future, who called off their engagement in August of 2014, have one child together.
Everywhere she went, the media followed her. Instead of talking about her music, people were more interested in her personal problems. This hurt her because she wanted to focus on her career, but all the headlines were about her love life. During this time, she released her 2013 self-titled album, Ciara. Some songs like Body Party were loved by critics and fans, but the album did not sell as well as many hoped. The attention on her private life made it hard for her music to shine. It was a moment where her personal struggles were overshadowing her professional dreams. After the breakup with Future, Ciara decided to take a step back from the public eye. She knew she needed to heal and find herself again. This was not just about music, it was about her peace of mind. Around this time, she met Seattle Seahawks quarterback Russell Wilson. Their relationship was different. Russell brought calmness, love, and stability into her life. Ciara later said that marrying him was one of the best decisions she ever made.
I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna be ready.
What's my favorite meal?
I know steak would be in it, and I know mac and cheese would be in it.
Yes.
The two built a strong foundation based on respect and love. Becoming a mother also gave her a new way of seeing life. She realized that her happiness and her children's happiness were more important than fame. Even though she was not in the spotlight as much, Ciara was quietly working on her music behind the scenes. She was preparing a comeback that would show her growth, both as a woman and as an artist. Ciara has said in interviews that deep down she knew she had to leave Future to find real happiness. She explained it in a way many people understood. When you know you're supposed to make a big decision in life, you feel it everywhere, she said. From your head to your feet, you know it in your soul. She compared it to when your taste buds change, meaning it is so clear to you that you cannot ignore it. Together, they have 2 children, Sienna Princess and Wynn Harrison. And Ciara is now pregnant with their 3rd child. Her family with Russell became a source of joy and strength for her. Even now, the media often brings up her past with Future during interviews, and fans have mixed feelings about it. Some people feel Ciara should avoid talking about him to show respect to Russell. They argue that Russell treats her so well, so she should not even mention her ex-fiancé. Others believe the interviewers are the ones who keep bringing up Future, and that Ciara is just answering questions honestly. Despite the opinions, Ciara always takes the chance to praise Russell. She has said many times that Russell stepped in and became an amazing father figure to her son. She remembers how he immediately took responsibility, even changing diapers without hesitation. Ciara calls watching him with their children one of the sweetest and even sexiest things to see. Today, Ciara still works hard to balance her music career, family life, and helping others through her activism. Even after many years in the spotlight, she continues to inspire young artists and fans with her dedication and energy. People admire her for staying true to herself, while also growing as a businesswoman and mother. In 2020, Ciara and her husband started a fashion company called the House of LR&C with business mentor Christine Day. The brand brings together collections like Good Man Brand, LITA by Ciara, and Human Nation. In 2021, she added a line of backpacks and bags made from recycled plastic called Dare to Roam. By 2022, her company earned B Corp status, showing it cares about both people and the planet. Ciara and her husband also own a production company called Why Not You Productions. They work with Amazon Prime Video to create TV shows, movies, and ads. In 2021, Ciara also became part owner of a Caribbean rum brand called 10-to-1 Rum, where she helps with marketing and business ideas. In 2021, Ciara and her husband wrote a children's book called Why Not You? To teach kids to follow their dreams. The book became a New York Times bestseller in 2022. That same year, Ciara started her own skincare line, On a Mission, to help people take care of their skin with easy-to-use products.